If you've been following me for a while, you might know that my big goal for 2026 was I really wanted to be in a movie. I talked about it in a vlog back in November, and I made like a TikTok about it, and I was posting on my Instagram story. I wasn't auditioning for any movies, I just was talking about it. I figured eventually I could will it into existence, and I did. And yesterday I got to be in a movie as a side character in like a local film. I really wanted to do this mostly to spite my old best friend who I'm not friends with anymore, and also because I thought it would be really fun, and it was really fun. So editor, roll the clip. That's gonna be like that.
Action.
Hello, my name is Antique. That's A-N-T-I-Q-U-E. And I didn't burp that time, so you're welcome. We're playing Mario Kart again. I think I decided I'm gonna 100% Mario Kart. So speak now if you hate the Mario Kart videos, because there's probably gonna be a lot of them if you don't speak now. I have 100% in Mario Kart 8, but that was like, I mean, so easy compared to Mario Kart Wii. I feel like at least just from like, I've been playing it a little bit. Look, I have Dry Bones, and I have Leaf Cup and Lightning Cup, and that's it. And I think I downloaded this like a month ago. Mario Kart 8, much easier to 100%. I feel like really you could like breathe in and out and you'd get 3 stars in that one compared to this one. All that to say, I'm gonna 100% Mario Kart Wii. So yeah, join me. If you aren't subscribed, you should go subscribe. And if you don't know who I am, I also make music, and you should go listen to my music. Super exciting news, actually, my album has been mastered. Finally. It was mastered once previously, so you might have already heard me say this, but I ended up getting it remastered. I fucked up the mixes too much, so I went back and fixed the mixes and then got it mastered again, and now it sounds really, really good. So the Tape to My Ceiling and Shelf Life, which you should go listen to, that are on Spotify now, are being updated right now with like the new masters. So by the time this video comes out, it should be updated, and they're gonna sound really, really good. They already sounded good, but they're gonna sound like really, really good. And I did put in a fixed request for Some Guy at Temple to have its new mix and master, but I do think I might have changed this song a little bit too much for them to accept it, because they don't accept it if you've changed the instrumentation, and I did change the bass line in the chorus, so fingers crossed they will approve that, but they might not approve that, I don't know. Yeah, okay, we're doing Lightning Cup 100cc. I'm playing this Dry Bones. Back to the movie. Ever since I graduated from college, which I graduated about a year ago, I guess I knew I was missing it, but I couldn't really put my finger on what it was until I was at this movie shoot yesterday. You don't really post-college, you don't get as many opportunities to be in a room with like a lot of people who are new to you, but also that you're gonna be there for an extended period of time, but also you're all interested in the same thing, like you do when you are in school. As an adult, like for the last year, a lot of my meeting new people has been at work, which is like, you know, I'm not like a real person at work. And there's not really a lot of 20 somethings at my work, to be honest. Or it's been at parties, which as much as I love parties, I love getting drunk. I'm not like a Gen Z Puritan, you should never drink, blah, blah, blah. But I do think it's hard to make meaningful relationships sometimes when you're drunk and you're meeting at a party or you're meeting at a bar or whatever. I remember growing up, there was a lot of like millennial content related to this. Like I remember watching lots of YouTubers that were like, I hate parties, and got it. You see me hit that? Okay. Well, I dodged the POW, but there was lots of YouTube videos growing up that I remember being like, oh, I hate parties. I just want to be home. I just want to be home, play video games, whatever. I do love being in my house. I can't lie. Like I really like sitting around and playing video games. I do like a party, not to be like, I love Netflix, but I also like going out. However, I do think the truth in the YouTube videos and what's that song that's like, I'll be over here, oh, here, about like hating parties or whatever. The kind of truth behind that, about the whole like you can't make meaningful connections at a party is true. However, it kind of doesn't matter, because it's just not the point of a party. I love meeting new people drunk, but like with the expectation that, okay, wait, why did I get second? The expectation that I have with parties and bars and stuff now, after being an adult for a couple years, isn't that I'm going to make meaningful connections there. And so it's, when you don't, it's like, oh well, like those are just party friends now, and that's fine. I do miss having the scenarios where you're with a bunch of people that are like quiet, and you're there for a while with the same kind of group of people, so you get to like know them, like a movie set. My point being on this movie set was like, oh, I forgot about meeting new friends in a scenario that's creative and like more quiet, and you can like talk. Like we were all like talking at lunch after the movie was filmed, but also like in between shots and all that kind of stuff. It was really nice. So if you're in Philadelphia and you're filming a movie, I do think I'm a pretty good actor, low-key. Like, not to toot my own horn, but I was kind of like acting, and I was like, I'm kind of good at this. So if you want someone else in your movie hit me up. I would love to be in another movie. I'm not auditioning though. I'm only gonna be in it. I'm a celebrity cast, so if you want me in your movie, you're just gonna have to cast me. That's obviously a joke, by the way. I'm getting a lot better at playing Mario Kart and talking at the same time, which bodes well for my whole I want 100% Mario Kart thing. Okay. I went thrifting, I think a week and a half ago. I'm actually the first Gen Zer to ever go thrifting. I got a bunch of good stuff, and it made me remember my theory, which I actually have a bag behind me. I just moved it out of shot so I could film. I have a bunch of, like, I went through my closet and I have a bunch of stuff to donate. I really truly do believe in thrifting karma, which is that, you know, if you're not getting good pulls at the thrift store, I think it's because you're not contributing to the thrift store economy by donating your clothes, and you need to do that. Because if you're just constantly going to the thrift store and like buying, you're just sort of hoarding all the thrift karma. You need to like offer to the altar of thrifting. And so I've had two really good thrift pulls in a row. Like I have spent like over $50. I only go to like cheap thrift stores. I'm not going to like vintage stores where $50 is like one shirt, you know? And so I now have a big offering to give to the thrift gods, but I actually, unfortunately, I did have a really good pull in theory and then got home, and a lot of my pants, I always forget I live in like Millennialville, which this wasn't a problem until I moved to Fishtown, Philadelphia, but because everybody here is in their 30s, like the pants are all skinny jeans, and they're all, if they're not skinny jeans, they're all just like tighter leg than I would assume. I feel like when I used to go to the thrift store the last couple years and also in high school, like by default most of the pants were like normal pants, and ever since I moved to Fishtown, by default they're all skinny jeans. And so I keep buying super cute pants, being like, I'm gonna make these into shorts, and getting home and they're like form fitting to my legs because I just keep forgetting to look. I almost bought, also I'll insert a picture of it, a globe, which I thought was so cute, and I felt like it was really giving that like 90s room kind of vibes in a way that would really fit my room. I really want to decorate my room this year because I feel like my last, like in college, it really was like I would just kind of put some posters up and then I was like doing homework, and it just was like, well, and then my room would be a disaster. I completely forgot about the existence of Neosporin and Band-Aids until recently. And the other day I was going for a run and I was listening to one of my songs, which is super embarrassing because now I just felt like it was extra embarrassing, not that anybody knew because it was in my AirPods, because I'm rich. Like it felt extra embarrassing because it was like, oh, you were so into your own music, you tripped and fell, you fucking idiot. And I like really tripped, like I completely fucking wiped out, fell forward on my face. It was super embarrassing. Really did not hurt that bad, but I scraped the fuck out of my knee. Like I just like ripped all the skin off my knee, and also completely destroyed the pair of sweatpants I was wearing because the concrete just ripped right through them. I had a Band-Aid on it for like 4 days straight, and it just like was not healing at all. And then I remembered Neosporin, which I totally forgot about, and frankly assumed that was one of those things that you just kind of put on like for the sake of it, but it wasn't really doing anything. And I don't know why I thought that. I figured Neosporin was kind of like setting spray in the way that it's like not real, like you spray it on and you're like, oh, done, but it's like, okay, whatever. I'm proud to announce I put some Neosporin on my cut and it healed really fast, so would recommend next time you trip and fall, which I also just forgot about tripping and falling and scraping my knee because I have not done that since I was 10. I was always a very like I wasn't really roughhousing as a kid. Like I can remember a lot of sleepovers where I was hanging out at my friend's house in their kitchen with their mom talking, and so I wasn't really outside scraping my knee very much. So I don't think I've scraped my knee probably since I was like 9. And so it was a very interesting experience as an adult having a scraped knee. Like every time I look at it, I'm like, okay. Me when I was on a run. And it's extra embarrassing because I wasn't even doing anything fun. I was running to the gym like a stupid, boring adult. I was running to the gym so I could do my Stairmaster. Just not the vibe for having a scrape on your knee. I'll not change it. What the fuck? That was fucked up. I swear I was literally just. Oh, it's because I'm. Okay, this time at least you put me on the other side of the bread. Thank you, Lucky2, for putting me on the other side of the bread. Okay, massive trigger warning on this next story. Trigger warning protein, trigger warning annoying, trigger warning go to the gym, trigger warning vegetarian, which has been a hot topic on Twitter recently, although I won't talk about it because the entire discourse about it on Twitter is so unbelievably stupid right now, and it's the same discourse that happens like once a year about being vegetarian. So I'm not gonna do that. Also, I do think most of the Twitter discourse in the past year has gotten dumber than it used to be because people are baiting for engagement because they have Twitter Blue. I know that like people have always baited for engagement, but because there's a monetary incentive now, like people are posting just the dumbest things ever just so a million people can like quote tweet and be like, are you stupid? Because then they get a check, which is stupid. And I hate Twitter and I don't use Twitter. I actually quit Twitter. So the other day I wanted to get takeout and I was gonna get halal cart, which is typically my go-to, like I need something quick. If you know, you know, vegan moment. I feel like halal cart's kind of the vegan McDonald's in a way. It's sort of my go-to, but I wanted something with more protein because I've been going to the gym or whatever. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to Chipotle because they have like a plant-based, like a soy protein, unlike the halal cart, which is falafel with just chickpeas, which I just assumed would be less protein than Chipotle. Spoiler, I actually looked it up and the Chipotle protein, like the vegan one, is only 8 grams of protein. Sorry, this is such an annoying conversation, but I just assumed it would be like a good 20 because it's soy based and like tofu has a lot of protein in it. Like I looked it up. My morning oatmeal that I eat every day, which is just, it's literally a third of a cup of oatmeal. Like I don't even eat that much, with some peanut butter in it, is more protein than an entire Chipotle bowl with their vegan protein in it. So John Chipotle, if you're watching this, if there's any way you could maybe put like a little more tofu in that bowl, I don't know what it is. Like I don't know if it's just like literally like, I know it's little tofu crumbs, but I figured like the crumbs were kind of floating in like tofu goop, you know? So I don't know if it's really just like microscopic crumbs of tofu with like water and that's it, but 8 grams of protein's crazy. Like I get like Greek yogurt, like a serving of that is like 15. So 8 grams for an entire Chipotle bowl, which fills you up for 6 hours, is crazy. Again, humongous trigger warning protein on this, I'm sorry. This coffee fucking sucked, by the way. Whoever made this, I'm pretty sure they literally like took the cup, opened it up and put it behind their butt and then served it to me because this was disgusting. I've been thinking about talking about being vegetarian on this YouTube channel because I did, when I had a podcast, I did an episode about my vegetarianism. I just feel like nobody gaff. I keep like going to make the video and then being like, this isn't that deep. And I do care about it. Like it's an important thing to me to be vegetarian, but not important enough to like make a whole preachy video about it. So like, I don't know, you should probably eat less meat is my main stance, but yeah. Oh, I got first. Okay, wait, did we get a star? Did we get a star? B. Rank B is fucked up. By the way, to 100% Mario Kart, you need to get at least a 1-star rank in every cup because that's how you unlock Rosalina, which is crazy, by the way. Which I think it's 150 anyway. I'm playing 100cc, so this doesn't actually count towards Rosalina. Ooh, I got the zip. But yeah, you need to get a star in every 150cc cup to unlock Rosalina, which obviously I need to unlock Rosalina for personal reasons, but also because we're 100%ing Mario Kart. And the star system is based on like arbitrary bullshit. So me getting a B, I did get second in the first race though, so it's not that surprising, but it's not just placement, it's placement, but it's also like, I was Googling this, it's placement, but it's also if you like bump into the track too much, if you get knocked off the track too much, it all like knocks down your ranking a little bit. And so in that last one, like I got knocked off that bridge twice in a row. So that probably was not very helpful. Also, I forgot to talk about this on here. When it happened, I think this happened before I recorded the last video. That doesn't matter. Well, first of all, Kim Petras liked my TikTok the other day, so hello, Kim Petras. In another way, I'm 1 degree of separation from Troye Sivan, because the Sweat Tour reposted my TikTok a couple years ago, so that's like half a degree of separation because it's sort of his count, but like not. There's another one, I don't remember. Someone that he's friends with commented on one of my TikToks a while ago. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, now Kim Petras liked my TikTok, although I don't think it was actually her because she was like liking and commenting on everybody's TikToks that used her song. But hello, Kim Petras, if you had any involvement in that, which I don't think you did. But anyway, more importantly than that, not that, sorry, Kim Petras, I'm not saying this is more important. It's a little more important to me, but Rina Sawayama commented on my TikTok like 2 weeks ago now, I think. I made a TikTok about wanting Rina Sawayama to come back because I love her and she's super important to me. And like 10,000 people liked it, which is crazy because I didn't even know there were any of us left. I thought I was the last Rina Sawayama fan standing because she hasn't released music in like 3 years. But I wanted to take this opportunity to really quick talk about how much I love Rina Sawayama. She is like, when her album Sawayama, her debut album, came out when I was 17, it like literally changed everything for me, genuinely. Like that was the first album that I put on and I was like, holy shit, music can be like crazy. Because I had, you know, I had listened to lots of pop music up until then, but as something about that album, it just pulls from all these different genres and it pulls from all these different decades and it uses so many different sounds, and the way that it's produced is so intricate and exciting, and the lyrics they're kind of corny, but they're so heartfelt in a way that I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Obviously part of that is because I was 17, sure, and I just hadn't experienced that much music yet, but I still think if that came out today, I would be like, holy shit, this is crazy. And so yeah, shout out Rina Sawayama. My music would sound totally different if Rina Sawayama didn't exist without, you know. So yeah, big deal. It was really cool that she commented. And Rina, if you're watching this, I'm super excited for new music and we need it now, right now, please. Or Rina Sawayama, can you put it out now, please? Actually, if you don't want to release it, I'll shoot me an email, shoot me a DM. I'll give it a listen. I'll tell you if it's good or not. I'll give it a listen and I'll tell you on a scale of 1 to 10 how mean Twitter is going to be to you. Which is, it should be a minimum of a 2. If your music is really good, Twitter should at least be a little bit mean to you sometimes. Is my opinion. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. My name is Antique. We're 100%ing Mario Kart, and hopefully next week I will do better and we will actually get a star in like a cup or something. Yeah, this was more of just like a life update video of stuff that's been kind of going on. I do want my video, I don't know, I keep just gonna be super honest. You know, I have lots of video ideas, but I wanted to try one that was a little bit more just like me talking about various things throughout my last week, because I haven't filmed in, I think, like 2.5 weeks, so I kind of just had a lot of stuff going on that I wanted to talk about. But yeah, I do think they'll be more specific sometimes, but sometimes they might just be me talking. So if you thought this was interesting, please subscribe. My name is Antique. I make YouTube videos and I also make music. I just put out a music video for my song called Source Material, which you should go watch. And I have 2 new songs out on Spotify now called Taped to My Ceiling and Shelf Life that are getting brand new masters uploaded sometime in the next week. And Source Material, the one with the music video, is going to be on streaming very soon. I'm just trying to like get all my ducks in a row, but it's done. So yeah, thank you so much for thank you so much for watching. My name is Antique. I will see you next week. I've been uploading like pretty much every Monday. Although I do think this is going up on a Tuesday. Today is Thursday and I am not done. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a good week.